Hi everyone, we stayed at the Grove Resort and Water Park in Orlando. We stayed here for 3 weeks, and the first thing when we pulled up that we noticed was just the drive-in. It was absolutely beautiful. You can see from the video, it was just absolutely stunning when we were driving through the grounds. And this hotel, it does advertise that it is close to Disney World, which we did find the drive there about 10 minutes or so. It's also got a water park and a lazy river and 3 swimming pools, and one of them is a very big swimming pool, which you'll see later on in this video. So this is our second room. I'll go through that a little bit more detail with you. So when you first walk in, this is the what sort of like a cupboard where we put our suitcases and shoes. The apartment itself, we asked to be on a higher floor. It was stunning. It looked lovely. It was very clean. The apartment itself was very, very clean. So this is the kitchen, and as you can see, it is really big, and it comes fully equipped. And in this little room here, you've got your washer, your dryer, and then also you've got your fridge freezer, which is here. It's like a double door fridge, and then you've got the freezer drawers at the bottom. As I've mentioned, it comes fully equipped, so you get an oven, a microwave, a dishwasher. You also get a coffee machine. You get all your utensils, so your pots, your pans, your knife, your forks, cups, glassware. It literally is like home from home. You get everything you need in there. That obviously was the living room area, but this is the first bedroom, which was our son's. It was huge, really, really big room, as you can see. As you turn around here, you go into, he had his own bathroom, and it was massive. So this is the sink area. Then you've got your bathroom here with a bath, and there's a shower as well. So he just had his own bathroom, which was really good. And then obviously as you come back through into his room, again, the floor space was just massive. To the left here, you've got a walk-in wardrobe area, so you've got a big mirror, you've got loads of storage, and where you can hang your clothes as well. We didn't put any of his clothes in there because we use these set of drawers here, and that's all he needed to use. And then from here, you've got access to the balcony from his room, which was really, really good. It was lovely. It is all enclosed in. I will take you right there onto the balcony shortly, but it is all closed in with like a mesh. But yeah, it was a lovely big room for him. And then as you come back through again, we're back in the living room area. This has a couch which pulls out into a bed as well, so you can sleep more people in the living room. You've got a really big TV, more storage, which we didn't even use these drawers in the living room. And then obviously you come through to the main entrance for the balcony, and it was just a stunning view, really, really lovely. We've got a view of the water park itself, but every morning we come out here and have a brew, and it was just so peaceful, and you can hear like the fountains and things like that. It was just lovely. And like I said, it does come enclosed in, so you're not going to get all the bugs and things like that coming through. It's really nice balcony. Also, I know I've mentioned the view was stunning, but it was, and in the morning, if you were there early enough, you'd see like hot air balloons flying over. It was beautiful. So that was the dining table. It seats quite a lot of people around there, and it's really big living room. I think it seats like 6 people, that dining table. Really high ceilings, and then you come into what we called the main bedroom, which was mine and my husband's bedroom. So you've got the bed, and then you've got the seating area here. You've also got a window here which has a really good view of the water park. Sorry, I was just struggling with the blind. But also the living room, because like I said, we were here for 3 weeks, and it was really good to have that comfort of having separate rooms. So if Nico was a bit tired, my son, he could go to bed and we could watch TV for a little while, or if we were up early in the morning, we knew obviously he was in the room sleeping still, and we could just chill out and get ourselves ready, really. But yeah, obviously the bedroom was really big, and you've got a TV in there as well. Then this is the bathroom that's attached to our room. So you've got 2 sinks, it's them his and hers, or Jack and Jill, or whatever you want to call them. You've got a bathtub as well in here. We didn't actually use this bath. We use the showers, and the shower was really large as well. It's a good shower. You also have a toilet here on this side. It does have a door that shuts as well for privacy. And then you've got our sort of wardrobe area. You've got an ironing board there, a safe. You get some robes as well. But no, it was a really good room, an apartment room. It was really, really spacious, and it just gave us them comforts really. So this is one of the smaller pool areas. It's called a splash zone for sort of smaller children. Nico really enjoyed it here. It also has one of them tip buckets at the top, so that's where he's just stood now, waiting for the water to tip on him. So that was really good just for young children, and it's quite large as well for them to play at, and it just keep them entertained for a while. Then also you've got the actual water park itself. Where the water park is, you get wristbands, so that's how you get access into the water park. You've got two big slides, which this is one of the slides which actually covers over you the whole way down, and you've got another one which actually has breaks through it as well for people that don't like to be closed in. There's also a lazy river that goes around as well. So this pool here is actually one of the it is the main pool, which is next to the slides, and also the splash zone, which is just further round. It's so large, it is such a big pool. We did find that at weekends a lot of locals would come to use the water park, so they'd probably check in for a couple of days, or they could even just pay to use the water park itself for the day. But we didn't find that it was an issue at all. It was obviously a little bit busier, but we were still able to get some lounges, and still the pool's that big, there was more than enough space for us all to be in there and to play in there and things like that. What you could say is being a negative, but I'm just being a little bit picky now, is the water slides itself. At the weekends, with there being more people there, you just found that you were queuing for the slides a little bit more, as opposed through the week when we used the pool, you were kind of just going round on the slides without really queuing. So yeah, that was only one little niggle, but it's fine. We don't mind queuing, so it wasn't too horrendous. You were allowed to use inflatables, so we're obviously here with the inflatable ball that we got from Walmart. I think it was like $2 or something. It was really cheap. You've also got a floor rider, which you pay additional for. These are the cabanas as well that you can hire out. The prices varied depending on which day it was, and obviously how busy the park itself was. But if you look there, it was empty. We got pick of the sun lounges, and you got towels included. As you enter the water park, you just pick up some towels and just drop them back off. This is some lunch that we got when we were there, from the bar itself, the outdoor bar. So you could order like drinks, food. It was a little bit pricey, but you expect to pay that in sort of being on site at the hotel. But it was actually really nice food. This clip just shows you a little bit of the grounds, so we're just heading to the arcades now. We're just about to have a hurricane, that's why it's a little bit more windy. But no, the grounds are lovely. As I mentioned before, they're well kept. We used to walk around it in the morning. It's a mile to go all the way around, and you have mile stops as well for you to walk around. This is in the arcade, so you've got quite a lot of different machines, and it was good, particularly during the hurricane, that when we were there it did keep Nicola entertained for a little while, and that was one of the benefits of having an apartment, so you're not all confined just to one small room. You've got that space of bedrooms, living room, the arcade as well. And what you do with this arcade is you buy sort of like a prepaid card where you put an amount on, you can just scan it on the machines, and then you can spend on them machines then, and it's like a prepaid card, and it'll last you over the time you're on your holiday, or you can top it up and things like that. This hotel also has a restaurant. We didn't actually eat at the restaurant, just at the pool bar, but it also has sort of like a little shop where you can buy grab and go things. They do hot food as well, so we did order a couple of times the pizzas, and they were really good. The price of the pizzas then, anything really in the shop, they were a little bit more pricey, but you do expect them to put the prices up a little bit when you are staying at these hotels, and I suppose it's more convenient that you can just run down and grab a pizza and you will pay that price really. This is the mini golf, and it all lights up. It's like the black light, and it's very small. It's only a few holes, but it were good entertainment, particularly on days that you couldn't really go to the parks. This is the prices for the golf and also the credits that you can buy on that card. So this is how you can top up using this machine, and that's just an example of some of the prices. As I mentioned at the beginning of this video, that was the second room that we stayed in. So when we first got to the hotel and we checked in, we got parking included as part of our package through TUI. We did initially email before we went, part of our bookings, we just said, could we have a high floor? So when we actually checked in, they gave us this room, which again, it looks immaculate. It's really clean. However, when you walk through it, this is actually near the arcade and it's on the ground floor. And as you walk through, it just had this really strong smell of damp and mould and wet dog. So when we first checked in, we just looked and it did look really good. It was just the smell that was off-putting, and we were a little bit tired and we thought, oh, shall we just stay here? We actually went out and got something to eat, and then we come back to the room and the smell hit us again, and we said, oh, we can't stay here. But if you look around the room, it's immaculate. It's really tall ceilings, it's super clean to look at. But again, it was just that smell. And I think the issue is with this hotel, it floods when they have the storms and things like that. It does flood, and that's where the smell comes in. And you just felt like it had obviously gone through into the main apartment. So we had a chat together, and we knew we were staying here for 3 weeks, and we thought, do you know what, it's not what we wanted. So we just rung through to reception, and they were really good. They asked us they told us where we're available, as in floor levels, and we said, oh, can we get to the highest floor? And I think we ended up on 7 out of 9. So they just moved us straight away into there, and that's where that first video is of us on the 7th floor, still in the same building. The buildings do all connect, so you can actually walk through each one. We did get a little bit lost when we were trying to do that, but again, if you look, this is the other bedroom, and it's very similar. You get your obviously 2 bathrooms, and they are really good. Like I said, it's just this ground floor I would really try to avoid if you are staying at this hotel, just because when it does rain, it just floods on that ground level, and it really does, that smell just hit us, particularly in this room. Just going back to parking, each building has its own sort of parking levels. So you drive into whichever building that you're numbered, where your apartment is, and then each level has its own parking sort of bays. It goes up to about, I think we think it was about level 5, and then you come out and go and get in a lift to then your floor if you're higher up. But there was always plenty of parking. We didn't really struggle to park. A little bit busier again at the weekends, but it wasn't an issue for us. I did mention about the location close to Disney. That's if you take the back road, which we didn't know about at first. It took us a few days to understand where that back road was and how to get to Disney, and it was quicker. And then going to Universal as well, that was about 20-25 minutes without traffic, and that was obviously us driving there. So it is a bit further to get to Universal from this location, but it is closer using this back road to get to Disney. As I mentioned, we were there for 3 weeks, and towards the end of our holiday, we were there during one of the hurricanes. It was quite an experience for us. We've never obviously experienced anything like this, and we don't get this at home in the UK. We didn't really know what to do or how to really plan for it, and because we heard about it on the radio and on the TV. And then we did hear that Disney were on Universal, which I'm not comparing this hotel to them, but they were supporting the guests, and they were pre-warning on what to expect and what they should be doing, what they should buy in if they wanted to buy anything in, and we didn't really get that with this hotel. One of the maids did come round, and she moved our furniture inside from outside off the balcony. And then it was a gentleman actually at the Cheesecake Factory when we was eating out that told us to buy some waters in and things like that. So we went to Walmart, Publix and Target, and they were sold out. So we didn't actually, it was all last minute when we actually found out this is what we should be doing. So then similar with food, we didn't obviously buy a lot in because we had planned to be eating out over these next few days. So when we did go down to the main restaurant, it was a set menu and it wasn't really catering for children, so we did struggle to use that facility. So we ended up ordering pizza again, and we did it over I think it was 3 days, and it was like pizza every day for our tea. Overall, we had a really, really good holiday. We had a very good stay. Would we stay there again? We both said no, and that was because we're comparing it to our other holidays that we've been on in Florida. We stayed at Lake Buena Vista, which is the pirate ship hotel, and it's very similar as in an apartment. So it's everything that we want, as in we want an apartment, we want the space, to obviously for our hotel, we don't want to be just in one room. So it was everything that we wanted from that aspect, but we both agreed that we wouldn't actually stay here again. Yes, there was some negatives with the hallways being a little bit more tired, but generally speaking, you couldn't fault the apartment itself. It was spacious, it was very clean. They come and cleaned your apartment regular as well. But it was just missing something for us, and I think that's when we've compared it to our other stays in different hotels. It was just missing that something that we couldn't quite put our finger on. During this 3-week holiday, we also stayed at Universal's Surfside, so you can also watch that video as well.